Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. It was done using Loren Sherman's script, which uses a combination of dots and lines on these 4 different stems to make our consonants, and vowels are a bit trickier. They're smaller circles, and they have different positions depending upon what vowel they are, and if they're attached on the word circle line or on one of these 4 consonant stems. And this is a nifty diagram that shows all possible combinations of vowel and consonant teams. So let's go ahead and go through the E real quick. So you read the words bottom counterclockwise, and this is an E by itself on the line of the word circle. So this is the word circle line. And this is a B E because this is a deep divot stem with no modifiers, so that's a B with an E. And then this is a J E because this is a circle inside the word circle stem with no modifiers, so that's a J. Then a shallow divot with an E, so a T, and then a THE because this is a circle on the line of the word circle with no modifiers. So THE. So if you were to read this as a word, it'd be like ebejetethe. So yeah, there's no punctuation in this design, but you'd put that around on the punctuation circle, which is the outer circle, which is often a double line. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at this design. And I added a bit of extra stuff to this, which is something I normally don't do. Because it makes it more confusing, but also looks way cooler. Anyway, so here we have our 3 words, 1 word, 2 word, 3 words, first, middle, last name. And we have our first word circle here, second, third, because you read bottom counterclockwise. And just like the sentence structure, you read the words bottom counterclockwise too. So here's our first word, and bottom of it, this is our first letter here. And this line completely passes through this stem, so it doesn't count. This is one of those decoration lines I was talking about. It just makes this one look good too, which is also another decoration line. But anyway, it completely passes through this letter stem, so it doesn't count. But these 3 dots, 1, 2, 3, are all closest to that stem, so it counts. So those 3 dots are an L, because L has 3 dots and is a circle inside the word circle. Continuing around, here we have our little circle, so it's a vowel, and it's got a line going towards the middle of the word circle. So this is an I, because it's got one line going towards the middle, like this. Continuing around, here's our next set of letters, and this is a double line, so it's a double letter. And the lines are the same thickness, so it's the same letter twice. And this is going to be another set of L's because 3 dots on it. So LL, and then another I enclosed within that. When there's a vowel consonant team, you always read the consonant first and then the vowel. So LLI, continuing around. This looks like it's part of this word, but it's actually part of this word because it's close to this word circle, plus it's a U, which would have to be on the line of the word circle or enclosed in a stem. So anyway, that is not part of this word, it is part of that word. But this little circle here is part of this word because it's closer here than it is here. And this is the word circle line, and it's outside that word circle line, so that would be an A. So A, continuing around, here we have our next set of letters, and it's another double line, so it's a double letter. And if we look, these 3 lines only end at one point. This is something translator apps do wrong all the time, but because this is only one line here, only one line ending on it, these guys combine. Which combining lines is definitely a thing, but these lines combine and end once here. So that would make this an N. So a double N. And then we have these 3 things, which look a lot like a hyphen. Well, actually, this is totally a hyphen. But hush hush, it's decoration. But 3 lines connecting from the sentence circle to the word circle make it look like a hyphen. But I really wanted this effect, this kaleidoscopic effect. So, meh, artistic liberty. Context rules all, but that totally looks like a hyphen. It does say they're supposed to be parallel. These aren't parallel, so meh, there's your rules lawyery thing. But these lines are not parallel, therefore they are not a hyphen. We can go with that. But anyway, here's the A at the end of the word. So L-I-L-L-I-A-double-N-A is our first word. Continuing around, here we have our next word. Here we have the bottom of the word circle here. And this is our first letter because it intersects with the bottom of the word circle, and it's got 3 dots on it. So 3 dots on a shallow divot is an R. Continuing around, here we have our next letter. It's another little circle compared to this, and it has a line going towards the middle. Even though this is really thick, it's still just a line. So that would be an I, and these I lines, they can curve, they can be straight, whatever. Anyway, so this is an I. Continuing around, this looks like it could be a J because it's all by itself. A little circle inside the word circle, but this is actually just a bunch of empty negative space that was sad and lonely, which is why I broke apart this line to make it not actually there, just more decoration. So that's justification there for this one. It is broken up. It's not a complete circle because it's not a complete circle. It's broken up, so it doesn't count, right? Yay, justification. If you want, I can send you things without the extra stuff, but then there's a naked, sad little space here. So this is first letter, second letter. This is not a letter because it's a broken up dashed line. And then we have our actual third letter. It's a shallow divot with one line on it. So that is a V. And then we have an E on the line of the word circle enclosed in that stem. So just like this guy, E. And then we have, last but not least, a shallow divot with 3 dots at the end here, which is an R. So R-I-V-E-R. So river is our next name. And then we have our last name here, bottom of the word circle. And this is our first letter here. 1, 2, 3 dots makes that another R, just like this R, with a U, because it's like an I, but it's got a line going outwards. So R-U. Then we have a shallow divot with no modifier, so that is a T. Continuing around here, we have our next letter. 1, 2 dots on this, so that would be a K. Then we have an O attached on that K stem. So when you attach an O to a letter stem, it is like a bead on a string. So like there, 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 there. So attached to the stem, it is like a bead on a string there. And then we have a shallow divot with 1, 2 lines. So that would be a W. And this word circle is done in 2 word circles. So we read the outer word circle and then the inner word circle. So here's our inner word circle and bottom of it. Here's our first letter of the inner word circle. 1, 2, 3 lines on a shallow divot makes this an S. So even though this looks like a little circle here, it's just a line that ends here and a line that ends here. So S, continue around. We have a circle inside the word circle, just like this guy, with 1, 2 dots. So that is a K. And then last but not least, we have an I line going towards the middle. So R-U-T-K-O-W-S-K-I is our last name. So yeah, that's that. And I think the design looks really pretty. I sent some variations with this gray bit being like completely backed in case you're going to cut it out or something, or do something like that, or like make a decal or whatever. So it's just a black negative cutout. But I think I like the gray a lot because it makes it more exciting. So yeah, that's this design. I hope you love it. Bye.